Imagine waking up one morning and realizing everything you believe was carefully planted inside your mind. Not by force, not by violence, but by repetition. No chains, no prison, just words, images, music, and fear. This is the story of how an entire nation didn't realize it was being brainwashed until it was too late. And once the process started, there was no easy way out. Germany after World War I wasn't looking for evil. It was looking for hope. The country was humiliated by defeat, crippled by debt, torn apart by political chaos. People didn't want ideology. They wanted stability, dignity, someone to blame. That emotional hunger created the perfect conditions for manipulation, because propaganda doesn't work on strong societies. It works on wounded ones. And Adolf Hitler understood this better than anyone. Here's the first uncomfortable truth. Propaganda isn't built on lies. It's built on selective truth. The Nazis didn't invent Germany's suffering. They focused on it. They magnified it. And then they asked one simple question: who is responsible? Once people accepted that question, they were already inside the trap. Joseph Goebbels wasn't a soldier. He was something far more dangerous: a storyteller. As Minister of Propaganda, Goebbels believed, a lie told once is a lie. A lie told 1,000 times becomes truth. His mission wasn't to convince people, it was to surround them. Propaganda wasn't occasional. It was everywhere: newspapers, posters, schools, movies, radio. There was no escape, and that was intentional. The Nazis introduced the Volksempfänger, the people's receiver. Cheap, simple, designed for one purpose: to bring Hitler's voice into every German home. People didn't have to attend rallies anymore. The message came to them, daily, calmly, authoritatively. And once a voice becomes familiar, it becomes trusted, even when it's lying. Most Germans weren't fanatics. They were ordinary people. So why didn't they resist? Because propaganda didn't demand belief. It demanded silence. If you disagreed, you stayed quiet. You avoided questions. You protected your family. Over time, silence turned into acceptance, and acceptance turned into participation. That's how propaganda wins. Not by forcing agreement, but by exhausting resistance. The propaganda didn't stop at belief. It moved into behavior. Children were taught to report their parents. Neighbors were encouraged to inform on neighbors. Loyalty became public. Doubt became dangerous. The scariest part? People began enforcing the propaganda themselves. The state didn't need to watch everyone. The people did it for them. By the time the war began to go badly, cities destroyed, soldiers dying, allies retreating. The propaganda didn't stop. It intensified. Defeats became strategic withdrawals. Bombings became enemy desperation. Reality no longer mattered, because propaganda had replaced it. When truth collapses, people cling to stories, even false ones. After 1945, Germans were forced to confront reality. The camps, the bodies, the lies. Many claimed they didn't know. Some truly didn't. Because propaganda doesn't feel like manipulation while it's happening. It feels like normal life. If you want to understand how entire societies can be manipulated and how it can happen again, subscribe to this channel and turn notification bell. Because in the next episode, we expose how fear turned ordinary citizens into willing participants, and why propaganda doesn't end with words. History doesn't warn you loudly. It whispers until it's too late.